Hi everybody, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. Just got plenty to talk to you about today. Just to take a bit of a different perspective, have a look at when the alt season is looking like it's shaping up. Obviously things feel all a bit doom and gloom in the market at the moment. The Bitcoin and Ethereum charts all looking like they're bouncing along support, which actually isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's when it breaks support that we need to worry. But I just wanted to show you something fresh and new. So we're going to have a look at the alt season indicators in this video. So please stay tuned to the end. There's lots of information and good content throughout. So I look forward to delivering that to you. Thanks ever so much, guys, for liking, subscribing, and for for following me, turning on the bell for notifications. That's very much appreciated. Let's jump into the content. Okay, so I'm not going to touch too much on the Bitcoin and Ethereum charts. We looked at this a lot yesterday in yesterday's video, so I will put a link to yesterday's video just to pop up on the screen now for you if you're interested in looking at what this means at the top here and this means at the bottom, and what I think is going to happen, the projection of what's going to happen short term with the Bitcoin price and obviously Ethereum as well. What I'm more interested in looking at today is the alt season and the indicators that suggest that could be on the way. Now, of course, we have to consider Bitcoin in all of this, because Bitcoin is king. If Bitcoin starts to collapse in price and starts to see, prices break down to the lower 30s, then obviously, we need to consider that. But as you know, guys, from the last videos, I think we're closer to the bottom than we are the top, and I've shown you the indicators and on-chain analysis things as why I believe that. So let's jump straight into the. Obviously, Ethereum is the altcoin leader. As you can see, it is finding support again and bouncing from support, and we are in a bullish wedge pattern here. The measured move of this bullish wedge pattern would be back up to the top of the range here, which would make sense because we would then stay in this range here. As you know, guys, have a look at yesterday's video. There's a lot of information as to why I think we're in a better scenario now than what we were in the summer of last year. So do take a look at that. Ethereum Bitcoin pairing was obviously as always of interest. It's got some clues here from yesterday's video as to what I think is going to happen, but so I'll just get rid of those for a second. So as you can see, Ethereum is losing against Bitcoin at the moment currently, but as you can see from this chart, things are looking like they're about to turn around, and so we may get the bounce perhaps from this support level here, which is the purple indicator on the right there. Let me just turn the highlighter on. I wonder if I ever remember to turn that on before I start to record. try and remember that. Okay, so yeah, so we'll probably come down and maybe bounce from perhaps this level, but it will then obviously we will then create the lows here. So yeah, so the I see. So yeah, so we would then create the lows here, and then obviously the higher lows, and then you would get this bottoming pattern here. Once we broke the neckline, then we'll be off to the races. So the big key indicator, as you'll all know, is the Bitcoin dominance. And as you can see, again, looking back at the previous videos, guys, you'll know what my scribbles are all about here. I'm just going to actually take these, just take these off, so that people that haven't seen the videos can have a look at what I'm talking about here. Bear with me for one moment. So we talked about in previous videos the fact that we'd broken down and that we would consolidate in this area. That's what this blue scribbles and things are. We did get that that consolidation in that area, and obviously now the pump, which as I said, I thought might be happening. Which, let me just get rid of these, and I'll talk to you about what I'm trying to show you here. Just get rid of those. So the consolidation happened in this area, and I did say that once we'd broken this neckline here at this level here, so this dotted line here, once we'd broken that neckline, that we would probably come back up and retest this descending resistance line here, which of course we are doing now, and it looks like we're actually rejecting from there. We may get some consolidation here, and then maybe another step up and possibly even to the top resistance line. What we don't want to see is us breaking above. Ideally, let me just mark this on here. There's a higher wick there, so I would say that is the line in the sand, guys. If we start to break above there, then that's going to be if we break above here and the dominance continues higher, that would mean that the Bitcoin is likely to be collapsing further, and that the alt season is going to take a long time for it to happen. There won't be an alt season in the summer if we break through this support, this resistance, and carry on upwards. What we want to see, really ideally, is it starting to reject, which we already are. But I do think we'll get another stab up and then rolling over. So that top this top dotted line here is actually over there. You can see 43.24%. Okay, so that's something to mark off on your charts as being a point that we don't want to be seeing the dominance breaking above. A wick above and then a quick rejection down would be fine. But if we start to see closes above that level, then we really do need to be careful then. But let's just go back to the wider view on this. You can see that the people that have been following the videos, my channel instant is only a month old, so hence the reason there's 200 subscribers, so quite a low number. But I've been in the space for 4 years or more, well established, and I've worked with some of the the most some of if not the most recognised personalities in the crypto space, particularly for the last couple of years. I've been quietly tucked away in Telegram's in the Telegram group with exclusivity and a contract for confidentiality and exclusivity and things. So hence the reason I haven't started a YouTube channel before now. But I'm looking forward to very much showing you what I've learned over the last sort of 3, 4, 5 years, and sharing that with you. So please stay tuned, guys, and watch out for that. So as you can see, I was watching this chart back from sort of May 2021, so a year ago. And these projections are ones that I've made, over the course of that last year. And as you can see, you can see, in the background, we've got these, these sort of very faint projections of what's going to happen with, I call it price action, but with the Bitcoin dominance percentile, basically. So you've got the, these were, obviously topping patterns, and we've got, another topping pattern here happening here. Provided that these lows here stay below these lows here. So provided that we get a we get a rejection and we stay here below these lows here, as long as the magnet's on. So yeah, provided that that we stay below these highs here, as long as these highs, wherever they finish up, stay below here, then there's a good chance. I mean, we don't want to see us breaking through that support line. That's key and critical. So, if we do break through and we get up here, and then we might get a a retest and then continuation higher, which would be disastrous. So we don't want to see Bitcoin price breaking above that. Bitcoin dominance breaking above that dotted line. But I don't think it will, guys. You all know, the ones that have been watching the videos have seen that. I've identified that this is a you've got a huge pattern there, which is obviously a distribution pattern, and usually 68% of the time you'll get a break to the downside of this type of distribution pattern. So that's what we're hoping for. We want to see the dominance come down, retest this 39% area again, break down, and then what you would see then, if that happens, of course, is the measured move is the open end of the triangle, which would take us all the way down to 27%. So if that happens and we get this rolling over, we get to 39%, and then this breaks, this move here will be a fantastic alt season, and that's what we're hoping for. That's what we want to see, guys. The summer is for dominance to be breaking down below 39 and continuing down, into this region in the summer. Just to add to that, so this is looking all good. So we've got Ethereum shaping up nicely. Ethereum, Bitcoin, it is doing what it should be doing. It's coming back down. It's going to retest. Bitcoin dominance is starting to reject from the top there. But look at USDT dominance as well. And as you can see, this is actually on a 12-hour chart here. But you'll see once we get into this blue zone, which is around about the 5% mark, so 5 to 5.2%, you'll notice this is the USDT dominance. So this is the amount of money that's in the market that's actually in the largest stable coin, which is USDT, which is Tether, for those of you that don't know. And you can see that once we get up into this 5% region, here, 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 and sometimes off the bottom of the range here, you get some rejections. So anywhere in that range there, we usually would get a rejection and the dominance rolling out, the USDT dominance rolling over, which is usually an indication that the money in the market that's currently in Tether is actually starting to move back into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoins. So obviously that would mean that so this would have an inverse effect, if you like, on the Bitcoin price, and obviously Bitcoin price affects the whole of the market. So when this starts to roll over and money starts to flow back into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoins, obviously then the market, when this is coming down, is actually a positive thing for the market when this indicator is coming down. So again, another thing which is looking quite promising, shall we say. You can also notice if we zoom in that it is rejecting from that area again already. We've got quite a heavy rejection there. We may bounce low on support, have another couple of stabs up into that area before we actually roll over. So there's going to be a little bit of time yet before we see the market, so we say, reacting to this rolling over, because I do think we'll get some consolidation here on this support line and have a couple more stabs up into this blue area before we actually do roll over. But again, we're in the area, in the zone where we'll be expecting rejection and for the market to turn bullish from this area here. So another indicator that we're not too far away from this fantastic, lovely alt season that I'm expecting for the summer. This is the total market cap, so this is the entire cryptocurrency market cap, including Bitcoin. As you can see, we've got a similar type wedge situation. Did get a slight breakdown, but very quickly bounced back up into the pattern there. Again, this type of pattern is a bullish bias pattern, so provided we break out to the upside, the measured move of that is back up to the 1.9. So 1.95 trillion. Let me just mark that, indicate that one on there as well for you. You can see what I'm talking about. So the measured, the breakout from this from this wedge would be the top there, which is 1.939 trillion, which in terms of percentages from where we are is about a 13% increase on the market overall in terms of the money which is coming into the entire market. So 13% of 2 trillion is big money, as you all know. So looking at TOTAL2 now, this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Okay, so not including Bitcoin in here. And as you can see, this is quite interesting that you've got we've got this area here. We were looking at this cup and handle pattern, which broke out and rolled over very quickly. But now I think what we'll get now is something which looks, when we look back at it, is going to be something which looks like this in the future. When we look back, which will get something in the region of something like this, where we end up with a huge W in pattern. And once we get back to the top of here, if this breaks to the upside, then the potential is that our 2 trillion market cap, if this were to come up to the top and break out, which obviously would be in relation to what I suggested on the Bitcoin video, is you've got this rising wedge scenario, and if this gets to the top of the this rising wedge, shall we say, and breaks to the upside, that's where we'll see the continuation of Bitcoin breaking out to new all-time highs and a continuation higher. I'm not so sure that that's going to happen, guys. I think that we'll get up to this kind of area here, and then we'll probably see the rolling over. As I said in yesterday's video, I've explained that in quite a lot of detail. But the point being, guys, we're on support again here. You can see quite clearly that that we're bouncing from support. This is the entire alt market, which is obviously Bitcoin without Bitcoin rather. So this is like an indication of what's happening with the altcoins. So Ethereum and all of the altcoins here. I think that the main thing that we can realize is that we've broken out, we've come back down, and we retested and bounced down this support level here. So the breakout of resistance now turning to support, and we've come down to the lows again. So there's a very good chance that we'll see a nice bounce from here, and then obviously any sort of positive movement from here would be positive movements in the entire altcoin market, including Ethereum but excluding Bitcoin. So again, this is shaping up to look something like what we're about to see, some bullish action, provided that the support holds, of course, which it is at the moment. And again, for those of you that have your eagle eyes, you'll see that there's this falling wedge type pattern here. So the breakout from there would be at the top of the range again. So provided that we get that bullish breakout, the top, we would be looking at the top of the range here. Which again, from where we are now, is a 28, 30%, shall we say, a 30% increase in the money which flows into Ethereum and the altcoins. Okay, so we're going to have a look at TOTAL3 now. So if we go to TOTAL3, we can see this is quite a new chart actually on TradingView, and it's basically the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, but also excluding Ethereum as well. So this is basically all of the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and as you can see, the potential of this move from support here to the upside. This is about 100% move. And this is why I think that the majority of the money is actually going to flow into the altcoins, perhaps whilst Bitcoin and Ethereum go sideways through the summer. I think that the altcoins, the rest of the market is going to see, the lion's share of the money pouring into it, and this is the reason why. I didn't mention that in yesterday's show, but some people make off the cuff comments about what they expect to happen. But I will say, guys, that generally, if I make any kind of comments like that, it's because I've done some research and I've looked at the charts, and and it's a calculated decision. I try not to, to guess as I go along. I try not to sort of use my my bias or what I want to see happen influence the decisions of what I see on the charts. I do tend to try strictly as I can. I'm a human being, of course, but strictly as I can to try and let the charts tell us what's going to happen. And as you can see here, the total market cap looks like they're going to be a minimum of an increase of sort of 13%. That move in this chart, which is the TOTAL2, which is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, would see like a 30% move to the top of that range there, and this one here, which is the total market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum, is looking like a 30% move to there. But if it breaks higher, of course, then the potential is on average the altcoins, except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, doubling across the market. So I do think that the summer alt season is coming, and that's the reason why. So hopefully that's been useful for you today, guys. A bit of a different perspective on things. And do watch yesterday's video. As I say, you will find that this video today follows on nicely from yesterday's video. So do take a look at that, guys. And thanks ever so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Always remember, guys, take profits and buy something real. Have a lovely weekend, what's left of it, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Take care now. All the best.